Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 8 Hoosier State Instigators action in the ABA. I'm your co-host Frosty here with my man Jakey Muffins. Jakey, how you doing, man?
I am doing good. We got the holiday week and we've got a big game, a present for all of our Instigators fans. We are facing against the number one team, the defending champion, Chicago Fury.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this one. We're 1-3 in our division right now with them. They're number one. They're undefeated, coming off defending that championship, as you said, with the Southland Saints sandwich between us. They're 8-0, number one ranked team in the country, defending champs, can shoot the lights out, can defend really well. This is a big litmus test for our team, I think, don't you?
Absolutely. Anytime you can go against the team number one in the power rankings, you get to see really where you stand in the whole field of the ABA.
Absolutely. So, meanwhile, your Instigators 4-3 on the season. Last year we were 1-6 at this time, and replacing our coach, but a much different season this year. Instigators have clearly taken a step forward. We've had more roster turnover than we had last year, but overall, I think better players playing better together with a better coaching staff. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And we've seen the coaching staff. One of the biggest differences this year is the different defenses we've been able to implement. Last year was pretty much just man to man and figuring it out along the way. But we've
Yeah.
seen a few different defenses, man to man, obviously, as well as some zone and the backcourt press.
Yeah, Flash is a really great defense there. It's good to see. Good to be able to mix it up. Also, a lot of different scores, right? We saw in the last game, we had 3 or 4 guys over 10 points. We've had that multiple times this year. Some really big newcomers playing for us, both on the bench and in the starting lineup. A couple that I can think of, the sensational rookie Lawrence Boyd, LB, playing really well. We've seen him do his thing. We've also seen Dame Wilburn doing his thing. In one game, he had 13 assists, second all time for an Instigators score. And then you have, unfortunately, not available this week, but some of our returning players like Dylan Ware, who scored 40 points in a game this year to break the record, as well as the mainstays like JoJo Hart, Chuck Bloom, and Joe Bird for us. So a lot of turnover, but a lot of guys coming back and doing their thing. A much different Instigators team than we saw last year, but I think ultimately a better team and a team that can contend for a division championship. But I think we're going to find out today. The the Fury have not played a ton of really close games. They've blown out a lot of teams. That speaks to the talent that they have, of course. So if we can hang with them or even beat them in this game, I think it makes waves across the nation. But even a close game, I think, does as well, and kind of gives the team some confidence going into a really tough stretch where they face this team, and then next week, right, this coming Saturday, they face the Columbus Wizards, who beat us by 12, coming back from almost 20 points down. So this right now is really what's going to decide for the Instigators what their season's going to look like, I believe. So, without anything else, let's get out to Best Choice Fieldhouse. But before we do that, why don't we remind the viewers a little bit of the unique rules that make the ABA so exciting? All right, we're here at Best Choice Fieldhouse. About a minute to go until the game. Let's go ahead and go through the starting lineup for the Instigators. So, starting today for the Instigators, you have Malcolm Martin, number 21, who's been sensational this year. Rashawn Hopkins, a newer addition to the Instigators, playing in his second game. Dante Nelson, the veteran who's played in a ton of different leagues and can score the bucket really well. At point guard, one of our captains, along with Malcolm Martin, is Chuck Bloom, an original Instigator who's had a really good season this year. And then debuting for the Instigators, their new center, number 22, Tyler Bibb. So that's our starting lineup for the Instigators. Soon we'll see the starting group here for the Chicago Fury. Instigators in white, as you see Rico Spikes taking his 4-point shot opportunities. Going against the Chicago Fury, the number one team in the nation, in the Flame jerseys. Jake, what are you looking forward to in this game?
I'm hoping we can continue the defensive effort we saw in the past game. As a reminder to our fans, first game we've held an opponent under 100 points. If that's something we're able to do this game, I definitely think that would be a recipe for success.
Yeah, it would definitely be great to do that for a second straight week. Keep a team under 100 points. We'll see how it goes for the Instigators. As we see the referees warming up, they're always an important part of the game, especially in the ABA here. So we're ready to go soon. The scoreboard is incorrect. It is not the fourth period, nor do either teams have 8 fouls. They actually have 0. So we'll go from there, but hope they'll get that fixed, I'm sure. As both teams are looking to line up, it looks like they're introducing the starting lineups now for both teams. We're about to do that anyway, as we will wait on the announcers. So you see over there with the coach's Dobbs, I'll say, Brandon Smith, Smitty, who's hoping to come back soon for the Instigators. He's been dealing with a finger injury. He had a really bad dislocation, Jake, and his only game so far played this year. Dislocated his finger pretty badly, and hasn't been able to play since. In fact, I saw it on Saturday, and it was really swelled up. Even still, it's been, I want to say, 3 weeks, 4 weeks since he's played. So it's to see that. He's a guy that has a lot of promise, but it's important that he gets healthy. So hopefully we will see that soon. As we wait for the teams to line up here. And it appears that they're working some things out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break while they figure out how to get the players on the court. And we'll be back after this.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, it looks like they figured it out, Jake. So we're about to get underway here at Best Choice Fieldhouse. Instigators versus the Chicago Fury. Here we go. Slightly delayed start. Not as bad as some other games that have been a little over an hour delayed start, but looks like we're going to be underway here any second now as they discuss the basketball, apparently. Not sure what's going on. So starting at center, as we said, Tyler Bibbs wearing number 22 Smith jersey. Had to get him a jersey on short notice, and that's the one he got. So thank you to Brandon Smith for allowing him to use his jersey since he's out this week. And there's the jump ball. We're finally underway as the Instigators win possession here and start with the ball. Rashawn over to JoJo Hart, who's starting. So apologies. JoJo is in this game as a starter. So quick scratch in the lineup to make a quick change here. We see now number 34 is the guy to watch here for the Fury. He's their best player and the guy they lean on, pre Alston. So we'll see how he plays, and surely he'll be a key to their victory. The Instigators are up 3-2 here after the first two possessions. Something you got to look out for here. The Instigators have started slow quite a bit this season, and so definitely not something they want to do against this team, the number one team in the nation. JoJo Hart shoots the three, and that's an air ball. And Fury rebounded there. Fury bringing it up, number one, also a really great player for them. Can shoot from basically any part of the gym. As Fury missed two there, and Tyler Bibbs gets the rebound, and Instigators are on their way and running. As that goes in, we get an opportunity for an and one here from Tyler. Nice job by him to get the bucket. Down low is going to be key for the Instigators. We know they can shoot the three when they're on, but the lack of inside presence this year has been what's done them in against some really good teams. Will shoot his first free throw of the night. And that falls for 3 points, and the Instigators are up 6-2. Shot by the Fury there, misses, but they look like they're going to get their own rebound. They do just before it goes out of bounds. Shot clock resets, however, so they got some time. Number one with the shot. That goes in and out for DJ Jones, and the Instigators get the rebound and bring the ball back up. Krishan looking for someone to pass to. He finds Bibbs over in the corner, in the top of the key. I'm sorry. Malcolm looking to penetrate. He bounces it off Bibbs. Clearly, just learning how to work together. As I said, this is Bibbs' first game with the Instigators. Ball passed over here by number 5, Marzell Tiffeth. Fury missed that shot, but they get their own rebound. Another miss, but number 34, Alston with the basket as he gets the rebound. So making his presence heard early as the Fury cut the lead down to just 2. 7-second violation there. But a steal by Malcolm Martin to get the possession back and end the early 3D. Hart with the pass. Bibbs with the miss. And the Fury will bring it back up. Three by the Fury goes in, I believe. See here, that's number 11 with the foul. Jordan Booker with the foul after his 3-point shot, and the Instigators will take the ball out of bounds on a side out. Pick and roll between Hart and Bloom. Hart turns it over, however. He's still on the ground as the Fury look to bring it up. They do, and that's a charging foul against number 1, DJ Jones. Nice job by Malcolm Martin, who's really gotten a couple of those this year, Jake.
Yeah, we've seen him be one of the key anchors in the defensive lead for the Instigators this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean Hopkins brings the ball up, looks for a screen. Waves off one, gets screened by the other. Chuck on the pick and roll. Good shot there. Unfortunately, it doesn't go. Great defense by the Fury there to make that shot really difficult for Bloom. Swinging it around are the Fury here, looking for a way to penetrate. Three-point shot, good, wide open. Fury have a ton of players that will hit that shot if left wide open. The Instigators are going to have to work harder to make sure that doesn't happen. Bloom with a nice move, kicks it out to Hopkins. Hopkins with the three, and that goes in. Instigators pull the lead down to only 1 point here for the Fury. So early on, these two teams are trading blows pretty evenly. Another 3-point attempt. It doesn't go, but it gets tipped in there. Number 4, Linnell Watson with the tip in. We get our first media timeout. So fast-paced action, a 9-12 game in favor of the Chicago Fury. We'll take a quick commercial break and continue with this action here on the Instigators YouTube channel.
Hey, it's Jakey Muffins here in warm and sunny Florida, but there's no place I'd rather be than at Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana for the next Hoosier State Instigators home game. You can go over to www.apexofsports.com, click on the tickets link at the top of the page, and get your game tickets for our next home game. We have 3 and 5 game packages as well to help save yourself some money. I hope to see you at the next home game, and when you're there, be sure, as always, to be great and instigate.
All right, back here at Best Choice Fieldhouse, 7:45 to go here in the first quarters. We see some substitutions by the Instigators. And Levante Nelson does check in now. So he'll come in the game for Chuck Bloom, it looks like, and he'll take a 3 right away. And that rolls around and in. Home rim friendly bounce there as you see Levante Nelson tie the game up straight out of the timeout, something you like to see. Instigators knew they were going to have the ball, drew up a play, and it worked. Steal there by Malcolm Martin. Comes up here. Krishan Hopkins already has a 3 in this game. Looking to take on the Fury 1-on-1, 2-on-1. We get a jump ball there as number 34 reaches in, and it looks like that ball will go to the Fury after the Instigators won the tip. JoJo Hart jumps the ball there. Steal. No, they're going to call a foul on JoJo Hart. That's his first foul of the game. And indeed, the Instigators' first foul of the game. So they go 5 minutes without getting a foul, which is really impressive for an Instigators team that has at times this season found themselves in foul trouble. So good discipline so far by the Instigators to not foul. Off contested shot there by the Fury, but that goes in. Hopkins will bring the ball up. Monte Nelson tries to get another 3. It doesn't go. Instead, the Fury rebound it and bring it down. 11 Booker kicks it over. Wide open 3 for the Fury, and they hit that one as well. So early on, the Instigators leaving some guys open, particularly right there on the elbow for the 3, and they just keep banging it in. So they're going to have to tighten up that defense. We get a foul call there on the Fury. Looks like Malcolm Martin will go to the line for 2. As Malcolm hits the first free throw. So the Instigators 2 for their first 2 here in the game. A sign of hopefully things to come with their free throw shooting game. Malcolm hits that one as well. Puts the Instigators down only 3 here with 6 minutes to go. So still a pretty tightly contested game as we see LB, the rookie for us, Lawrence Floyd, has checked into the game. Another 3-point attempt by the Fury. They love to shoot 3s, but they also love to get offensive rebounds. As you get a block there, Big block by Tyler Bibbs, and the Instigators are off and running. Nelson misses the layup, however. And the Fury are coming right back to attack again. Another block by Tyler Bibbs. And then another block by Malcolm Martin. So 3 blocks by the Instigators in the last 4 shots. Great defense by the Instigators. Fury, however, still maintain the ball. They'll kick it in. Try to get something going here. And that ball goes out of bounds on the Fury. Great defensive possession there by the Instigators. They're really 2 possessions as they hold strong down low. Malcolm Martin shoots the 3. It misses. LB unfortunately can't get the rebound, and then Fury will bring the ball up here with about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fury up 17-14 in this hotly anticipated Black Division game here in the Central region. Fury, as we said earlier, undefeated as they get the easy bucket there to pull up 19-14, extend their lead to 5. As we said, Fury defending champions, undefeated this season at 8-0. Instigators at 4-3, having a really good turnaround season compared to last year, where they finished 7-9. You see Tay Nelson make that layup. He's got 5 early points. Instigators back down 4. Fury kicking the ball around here. Ball goes off Malcolm Martin. A good attempt at the rebound, and unfortunately, it'll stay with the Fury as Malcolm comes out and we get our first look at Dane Wilburn, who's played really well for the Instigators this year, leading the team in steals and assists, and can score the bucket pretty well too. Shot there goes in for number 34, Alston. He extends his team's lead to 6. Good pump fake there by Nelson, one of the best pump fakes on the team. Unable to finish, however, and Bibbs can't clean it up, so instead the Fury will come back down, already up 6. They shoot another 3, and that puts the lead. No, it's a 2-pointer they call, so that'll make the lead an 8-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to go. And no, the scoreboard gave them 3. We'll see if that gets adjusted or not. Bibbs misses a shot, gets his own rebound, however, saves it. Instigators have some time here, and they work it around perfectly. Nelson to Boyd for the easy bucket. The rookie gets on the scoreboard with his first 2 of the night. The foul called late there as it falls. So number 11, Jordan Booker will go to the line right after this media timeout. Instigators down 9. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. And we do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for helping us make some tough decisions for the team, including whether or not certain players dress as we do our fans man vote, picking that last roster spot when there's people available. And also when, who stays and who goes, as well as, other sports that we participate in. So thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. And actually 2 men won the fans man vote. It was a tie. We only had 10 on the roster, so both men got in. That is Anthony Williams and Caleb Magruder, both popular fans man choices. So happy to have them on the roster, and they've made an impact when they've played. So thank you to the fans for picking them. As the miss on the backside of the and 1 doesn't go in, and the Instigators rebound it here, down 9. Shot by Nelson is an air ball. So the Fury will take over from there. We hear fans chanting for defense here. Definitely something the Instigators did well against the Legends. And we get another charging foul. This time, Rico Spice, who just checked into the game, draws the foul. That's 2 early charge fouls for the Instigators. They're definitely looking like they're sticking their nose in there, although they are allowing a lot of threes. Dane Wilburn passes the ball across court, finds Krishan Hopkins. Ball doesn't go in there. Fury rebound it, and they'll bring the ball up the court. Looking to push the pace, and now they'll back out of it. Well, number 11, Booker. Now he goes back in, and it gets stolen away. Good job by Tay Nelson to get the ball out of there. Looks like a foul was called. It was a foul on the Fury, so the Instigators will bring the ball back in. Deep 3 there, doesn't go. The Fury will bring the ball up the court, looking to push it. The Fury love to run, Jake. Don't you agree?
Yeah, they are definitely a fast-paced team here. They get down low. Looks like they get that and an and one opportunity. We've seen they're able to hit from outside as well as feed their big men down low.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that we have seen pretty common here in our season. Good teams push the ball. Instigators do it at times, and other times they do it to their own detriment. 2 minutes to go here as we see number 13, Sammy Davis, taking the shot. That doesn't fall, so the Fury is struggling with free throws, much in the way that the Instigators typically do here in this first quarter. It's hurt them from making that lead go even further. As Dane Wilburn puts in a tough shot. He thought he got fouled. No foul call, but good shot to get it in the basket nonetheless. Instigators running their zone defense here, putting some pressure on the Fury. Fury's got 5 seconds on the shot clock. They take a shot. It's an air ball. And the Instigators will take over here. Nelson to the hoop, and he gets the bucket there to bring the Instigators within 7 with a minute to go, 22-29. Foul called against the Instigators. These whistles are coming pretty late. A little too early, too late for my liking from the referees, but it's called a foul nonetheless. And Taylor Watkins will go to the line, number 10 for the Fury. Another miss at the and one opportunity. So that's 3 straight and ones missed by the Fury. The Instigators bring the ball up. Nice fake there by Krishan Hopkins, and he puts the ball in the hoop. And that goes in. Instigators down 7, under a minute to go. Number 11, Booker, looking for somewhere to go. Instead, he'll shoot the 3. He gets a little bit of space. He can hit that. He doesn't there, but an offensive rebound by the Fury and another missed shot. The ball will go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Fury. Shot clock turned off. 18 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We get a timeout by the Fury, so we'll take a timeout ourselves, and we'll be back right after this.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
So we're back here, Best Choice Fieldhouse. 18 seconds to go. Instigators down 24-31. That's a 7-point difference here in the first quarter. Good interior defense, bad exterior defense, Jake. That's kind of my takeaway for the Instigators. What about you?
Yeah, I would agree. I think the other thing that they need to work on is rebounding. We've seen the Fury get a lot of second chance opportunities with their offensive rebounding here early in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Would like to see the Instigators clamp down on that rather than giving extra possessions away. Three-point attempt doesn't fall. A foul is called there on Rico Spikes. So the Fury will get another opportunity at it. Backdoor cut works, and with 5 seconds to go, the Instigators will inbound the ball. 4-point attempt there, unfortunately, doesn't fall. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Instigators down 9, 24-33. Second quarter will begin right after this.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, so second quarter action about to begin. Instigators down 24-33. They'll start with the ball here after the possession arrow switched over to the Fury. Skaters looking to score here in their first possession of the second quarter. They don't, but they get the offensive rebound themselves. And Dame Wilburn kicks it out and has Devontae Nelson open. He decides not to take a shot and passes it. Good ball movement by the Instigators. Try to get a quality inside shot, and they do. Nelson puts it up and in. Instigators score to make it 26-33 to start the second quarter. Great ball movement by the Instigators there to find the best shot possible. Passing up good shots for a great shot, always a good plan. Midi by the Fury. That doesn't fall, and Devontae Nelson brings it up. Nearly turns it over. Instead, it stays with the Instigators. That would have been a disastrous turnover, leading to a 3D. But instead, Instigators maintain the ball and they bring it up. See the Fury bringing a little pressure here in the backcourt. Instigators do a good job of getting it over the half-court line, and now they'll work inside again and get the bucket. So the Instigators are 2 for 3 to start this quarter. Fury now working it down low, getting that entry pass down low. A couple times they've been able to do that. It's really hurt the Instigators. So Instigators need to look to lock that up a little bit better as we get a turnover here. A little bit high by Dame Wilburn. See the Fury bring the ball up after a brief delay and look to attack. Good defense by Rico Spikes. Ball falls in, however, and the Fury extend their lead back up to a 9-point lead. It's a really late whistle. There must be A bit of an audio delay, Jake, if you can hear the audio at all, but the whistle sounded really light there. Three-pointer by the Fury falls. And they now extend their lead to 12, their largest lead of the day, 40-28. About 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Sean Hopkins with a little hesitation step. He gets it out to Rico, kicks it around to Wilburn. Wilburn for three, and that falls. Instigators bring it back down to a 9-point lead. Answering the three-pointer with a three of their own. As we almost get a steal there by Spikes. Instead, he's called for a foul. And the Fury will take the ball out of bounds. Get a couple substitutions here as Tyler Bibbs comes in. Acrobatic shot by the Fury, and that's a foul. Foul on Bibbs. His second foul of the game, as we see now. The Fury getting 2 free throws. Sammy Davis here. First one falls for the Fury as they're now up 10. Chuck Bloom checks in for Rico Spikes. Missed on the back end there, and the Instigators will bring the ball up. Chuck Bloom shakes a couple defenders, finds Tyler Bibbs, who nearly gets it. Instead, it looks like the two collided knees there, and we'll see if Chuck's okay, and same with Tyler's. They both go down hard. Colliding with your knees, Jake, that hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not much cushion when it comes to that.
So Bibbs was fouled there, and we lost that in all the commotion. He'll take 2 free throws. He's 2 for 3 to start the night on free throws after that miss. Second one falls, however, so he goes 3 for 4. A good start for Bibbs as the new center for the Instigators. We get some sort of reset here. Not sure what the delay is, but Fury will throw the ball in now. We'll go from there. Fury up 41-32. Looking to extend that lead. So far, the bulk of their damage done from 3-point range or offensive rebound putbacks. They missed there another 3. And it's like a foul called there on the Fury. Krishan here goes low to Lawrence Boyd, who's been a little bit quiet. But he can heat up quick. Doesn't quite there as he misses the 3, and the Fury looks to run off the rebound. They leave the layup short. No foul called. It was clear they were looking for one. The Instigators give it a work here. Almost a putback there by Albie. It is a putback by Tyler Bibbs. And the Instigators close it down to a 7-point gap. So Fury definitely trying to run away. You can feel it. But the Instigators so far doing a good job of keeping this game close. They're down 7 here in the second quarter. Boyd a little too strong. Just feels like his shot's just off a little bit tonight. And the Fury get a quick outlet pass for 2. And they go back up 9. So it's just like that. That's what makes Fury so good is they can capitalize off your mistakes in a heartbeat as they get the steal there. Outlet pass, and already it's a 2-on-1. And they get two more there. Instigators going to work again, trying to get through as we get a kicked ball there. As we go to a media timeout, the Instigators will have the ball. We come back right after this.
Hey, it's Jakey Muffins here in warm and sunny Florida, but there's no place I'd rather be than at Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana for the next Hoosier State Instigators home game. You can go over to www.apexofsports.com, click on the tickets link at the top of the page, and get your game tickets for our next home game. We have 3 and 5 game packages as well to help save yourself some money. I hope to see you at the next home game, and when you're there, be sure, as always, to be great and instigate.
All right, so the Instigators will inbound here. Under 8 minutes to go, just out of our first media timeout here in the second quarter. Instigators down 11, where this game's kind of hung between 9 and 12. Dane looks for the pass. Missed initially by Bloom, but he does a good job of staying inbounds while collecting the pass. Missed there by Martin. And instead, the Fury will bring the ball up here. Still up 11. Kick out to an open 3. Missed there. Wilburn with the rebound, and he looks to push the ball up the court. It's Malcolm Martin. Just entered the game. Martin back to Wilburn and hits a 3. Early Wilburn shot looks to be falling, Jake. Might be somebody they need to look to for the rest of this game. He seems to be really consistent on offense going on right now. As the Fury swinging around here. Bibbs with another block, his third of the game. No, they call a foul. Tough call there. It looked like a clean block from this angle. But the foul's on Bibbs nonetheless. So number 0, Des Clark, will go to the line here.
Yeah, I think we might need an alternate angle on that one because that definitely looked kind of clean from this angle.
It definitely did.
But we've seen a couple of nice blocks here early in the game for Bibbs in his first start with the Instigators.
Absolutely. Definitely pulling the weight lost by AB after his league suspension, making him unavailable for this game. And somehow they called that foul on the ground. Completely baffling call to me, Jake. I don't understand it. If he fouled him on the way up, then it was not a block. If he fouled him on the way down, then it was a block. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to call there. Either way, it doesn't matter. The Instigators get the ball. Don't allow any points there. Only down 8. Tough shot there. Dame makes it go, though. Brings the Instigators within 6. So as I said, he looks to be the hot hand tonight for the Instigators. And they call a charge. The Instigators get their third charge. This time, Tyler Bibbs, the big man, gets it. And that's another turnover for the Fury as the Instigators look to crawl back. Wilburn with the 3 doesn't quite fall that time. And another leak out by the Fury gets them a quick 2 points. Down low now to Tyler. Tyler looks to go up and in. Misses the shot. And the Fury look to start moving. The Skaters seem to have some players back. They call another foul on Bibbs. Again, a tough foul. Looked like he got the ball, but that's already Tyler Bibb's fourth foul of the game, and we're only in the second quarter. So getting used to the ABA refs a little bit is Tyler. Or maybe they're getting used to him. I'm not quite sure. As we have a quick timeout while they clean up the court here. In the NBA, you have those guys that come out and mop the court to keep it dry. You don't have that in the ABA, as we see Bibbs checks out, and Levante Nelson checks in for him. So a smaller lineup here for the Instigators, going against the Fury here with 5 minutes to go. They missed their free throw there, so the Fury continue to struggle with missed free throws. I believe that's their fifth missed free throw already in the game, and we're in the second quarter. They hit that one, though. They go back up 9. Instigators trying to find some rhythm. Get a foul call there. So the Instigators will take it out of bounds. The Instigators look to set up their offense here. Running a set play of sorts. Out to Nelson. Nelson goes underneath to Chuck Bloom, who's got the advantage on the post. Instead, turns the ball over. No, gets the rebound, gets it to Dame. And then Dame misses it. And he says it was hit by another player. And it is indeed overturned off the Fury. So the Instigators will maintain possession there. Dame looked pretty confident in that call. And the overturn was made by the side judge. And here we go. Air ball by Chuck Bloom, however, and the Fury bring the ball back up, still up 9. So an interesting possession there that leads to no points, unfortunately, for your hometown Instigators. It's kicked around there, and Instigators come down with the rebound. Almost a turnover. Instead, Dane gets it up, gets it out to LB. Gets the pass off. Nope, he's called for a travel, unfortunately. While we're here, let's shout out Chase Baker Media, who just passed the ball in. Chase Baker has come and shot some great videos and pictures that you've seen as the Fury take a 3 and get fouled. But thank you to Chase Baker Media and all of the assets they've been able to give us. It's been really great working with Chase. Hope to do some more in the future. So if you need anyone to help you with photo or video needs, particularly like we do around sporting events and other events, Chase is your guy. We couldn't recommend him more. So 3 shots here for number 1, DJ Jones. Off to a bit of a slow start so far, but he gets that bucket to fall. Substitution for the Fury here. They look to get situated. Bring down Sammy Davis, number 13, into the block to extend the lead to 12. That misses, and the Instigators get the rebound. LB with the pass. Chuck gets rejected. It was a good pump fake. Unfortunately, number 34, Alston, blocks it from behind. And we'll hit a media timeout. So we'll return right after this. The Instigators down 11, 4 minutes to go. here on your Hoosier State Instigators YouTube channel. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. So the Instigators will inbound the ball here, 4 minutes to go, down 11, 39-50. They'll inbound from the baseline here. Unfortunately, a quick turnover for the Instigators, however, and the Fury look to bring the ball up. And he stepped out of bounds. The ball go to the Instigators. Should be a quick throw in. There it is. A little gamesmanship there by the Fury. Inbound doesn't matter, though, as the Instigators score there. Quick pass from JoJo Hart, who just entered the game, to Malcolm Martin for the quick bucket. The Instigators cut it back down to a single-digit deficit. You see the Fury missed the shot there. Good job by Tay Nelson. Another pump fake pass. He'll bring it up for three. He'll miss. Lawrence Boyd saves the ball, however. Gets it to JoJo Hart. Wide open Malcolm Martin. He shoots three, and that goes in. 5 quick points for Malcolm Martin, and the Instigators all of a sudden only down 6. Nearly a steal by the Instigators. Instead, a pass up by the Fury. That's missed, and they call a foul on Lamonte Nelson. And they'll say that's I believe, a shooting foul. And there's a little bit of discussion now whether it was a shooting foul or on the ground. I'm going to say it is indeed a shooting foul. No? Let's see. It is. And the Fury will shoot here. 2 shots for number 1, DJ Jones. As he hits the first. So get a substitution here by the Fury. So shifting going around here. The Instigators bring it up now. And Dame with the three-pointer. Instigators only down 5. They look to crawl back here in the final 4 minutes of the second quarter. Missed shot there by the Fury. They get their own offensive rebound, however. Wide open 3, and that goes in. Jones with the 3. Just like that, Instigators down 9. We see a foul there. No, they apparently don't call a foul. Despite the body check, the quick throw in there by the Fury is missed. And they call a foul. Man, Jake, I can't believe that wasn't a foul call there.
Yeah, Good bit of contact right there.
Looks like a body check to me, but we get a timeout. So we'll take a timeout too. We'll be back right after this.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
All right, back here at Best Choice Fieldhouse. 2 minutes go. Instigators down 9. Closed it down to a 5-point lead at one point. Instead, though, the Fury were able to squeak out a couple of threes that got them right back where they need to be. So, again, the deep ball for the Fury as well as the offensive rebounds working to their favor. And we're starting to see a little bit of that leak out offense. Quick turnaround from the missed shots. Quick transitions by the Fury, as well as the foul count pile up for the Instigators. So the Fury will go to the line. Remember that Dane Wilburn got called for the foul on that layup attempt following a quick throw in from JoJo Hart getting trampled and losing the ball out of bounds. This free throw there, though, putback doesn't go. Ball stays with the Fury, so rebound issue still for the Instigators. Number 34 gets the quick inbound. He puts it up and in. That goes. Turnover by the Instigators. There's the Fury bringing the ball up. Shoot the three. That doesn't go, but they get the offensive rebound again and the putback. Story of the game so far, Jake, as you pointed out earlier. The Instigators are now down 14. Nelson with the miss, but he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Story of the game, Jake. Offensive rebounds for the Fury. Are you surprised the Instigators are sticking with a 5-man guard rotation here, given the number of offensive rebounds they've given up?
We've seen some good stuff from Bibbs. I think the foul trouble might be something that we're struggling a little bit with as far as the rotation with the smaller lineup right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd like to see maybe an Anthony Williams or maybe a Chuck Bloom get an opportunity here, but Chuck played quite a bit already this half, so I'm sure there's some fatigue there. So definitely just down big men with the Alex Brown suspension, as well as Joe Bird out with injury, having those stitches removed from his hand that we saw a week ago. Three-point attempt by the Fury. That goes. So DJ Jones heating up a bit now. That's his second 3 made in a row. And Skaters down 16. Minute to go. JoJo Hart with the mismatch. He goes straight to LB, who misses. Gets the rebound. No, he loses it. Instead, the Fury will look to score quickly in transition here. They missed, however, and JoJo Hart gets the rebound. Outlet as JoJo gets just trampled again. But you get the 3-pointer by Malcolm Martin on the other end. JoJo's just getting beat up by the Fury, and the referees don't seem to notice or care in this game, frankly. But they call that foul on the Instigators. And with the Fury and the bonus, they'll take 2 free throws. I gotta say, Jake, I've tried hard not to criticize officials this year because I know they're doing their best, but last 2 games in particular, we've seen JoJo Hart getting beat up and the officials not calling anything on it.
Yeah, that transition there's a little difficult to watch and see how the two different plays there, how the fouls were called.
Yeah. And Skaters now down 17 in a game that was just a minute ago, only a 9-point game. So the Fury starting to pull away with the foul calls on the Instigators, and the free throws going in as well as the timely three-pointers. So everything clicking here for the Fury. Missed and another offensive rebound. Instigators clean it up, however. They need to close here well in the next 30 seconds to have a chance here in the second half. Unfortunately, JoJo Hart's three is missed. And you see the Fury bringing the ball up. Another offensive rebound and putback for the Fury. The Instigators now down 19, 70-51 with about 10 seconds to go. As Caleb steps out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover by the Instigators with 6 seconds to go. Fury will get the last shot at this here. And they get the charging call. Malcolm Martin draws another one. 2 seconds to go, so the Instigators may get the last basket here. As they are cleaning up the floor there. One of the Instigators, I'd call timeout here and try to set something up with 2 seconds to go behind half court, and that's what they do. Behind half court is a 4-point shot. So, you get the side out here. You don't get to advance it because it's I believe they only have a 30-second timeout left, Jake, but they at least get the side out there, which brings them a little closer. With 2 seconds to go, you probably get a couple dribbles off before taking a shot. You're looking at maybe a deep three here, depending on where they inbound the ball. I like this. I like the strategic move by Coach Dobbs.
Yeah, an
As both teams go
opportunity
up.
to get some momentum as we go into the halftime here. I do like the call as well.
And definitely the Instigators need it right now. All the momentum has gone with the Fury in the final 2 minutes of this half, as they've expanded the lead from what was an 8 or 9-point lead at one point, 2 minutes ago, down now 19 points, and giving up 70 points in the first half, which is almost as many points as they gave up to the Legends last week. And it looks like they do have a play drawn up. Shot by Dane Wilburn, rushed a little bit, but it goes off, and we're hit halftime. So we'll be back to break down all the highlights and everything else, I guess, after this break. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. All right, and we're back in the studio apartment, as we say, Jake, here for halftime of the Hoosier State Instigators. What do you make of that first half?
Some ups and downs. We were able to stay kind of close in that first quarter, within 10. And for the most part of the second, it's just really once we got close to the halftime mark, the Fury kind of ran away at the end there. building themselves into, I believe it was a 19-point margin at this point. But what it's 70 points at half. That's a lot. So hopefully our defense improves a little bit. But those offensive rebounds for the Fury have been killing the Instigators. All those second chance opportunities are really allowing the Fury to put those points up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, right now the formula is pretty simple if you're a Fury fan, right? You shoot the three-pointer, it goes in, great. If it doesn't go in, you get the offensive rebound and get the putback for 2, right? So going pretty well there. On the offensive end, the Instigators are doing okay. 51 points, is fine. I think again, the biggest problem they have is not getting back when they take a long three, it doesn't go in. Seeing the Fury leak out, it's been a problem all year with the Instigators. And unfortunately, we're in week 8. And still committing the same problems. Game's not over, though. We got 19 points. Let's take a look at some first half highlights here and see just shortly some of the key plays for the Instigators. We took that here to Dan Wilburn. Make it some magic out of him. Look at that. A windmill shot. And then again, stays it there. Looks around. Quick pass there to Malcolm, wide open. Good cut by Malcolm to get the bucket. Down the second quarter. Down to Malcolm. Nice find by Bridget Martin. So some good stuff there by the Instigators here in the first half. Hopefully we see more of that in the second half. And less of, I will say, I haven't seen a ton of Instigators turnovers. One of their red flags this year. We've really had 3 things that have been our Achilles heel: defense, turnovers, and free throws. And so far, really only one of those 3 are hurting us this year. This game. And then, with the lack of depth, like you said, really hurting on the rebounding side, particularly defensive rebounding. So hopefully that'll pick up as well. What are you looking forward to in the second half? How do the Instigators get back in this game?
We've seen Malcolm on both sides of the ball, I think, kind of stand out in this game so far. I think you're going to have to play through him for a good bit in the second half. Also, limiting the foul trouble for our big men. We saw Tyler Bibbs. He had some nice blocks early in that game, but he does have a good bit of fouls that we're going to have to watch and monitor throughout the game. Kind of just limit those opportunities for the free throw line for the Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. You pointed out Tyler. I think that's a big opportunity. He has 3 blocks, and depending on how you call the one and the foul on the ground or not, which whatever. But yeah, he's got 4 fouls. A reminder for folks, right? The ABA rule used to be there were no foul outs, and then last year there were 8, and now you foul out after 7. So it's dropped down by 1. Tyler had 4 in the first half. I expect him to play even still in the second half, a good bit of minutes, frankly, because we need him, right? So we're going to head back out to Best Choice Field. We're going to finish up this game. If you don't know and you're watching this game on our YouTube, lots of people have already seen this game because they watched it live on our Patreon as Patreon subscribers. For only $1 a month or more, if you wish, you can become a Patreon subscriber. You can watch the games live for free or as part of your subscription, including the away game this weekend against the Columbus Wizards. That's going to be a big one. And also, if you subscribe at $10 a month or more, you're a fan voter and get to make key decisions like who is the final player to make the roster each week, assess the players and the coaches, and talk about the future of the Apex Athletic Collective, such as the fan voters who decided last offseason that we would purchase a minority share of the Oakland Ballers, who are about halfway through their offseason. We'll be watching them next season. So if you're not a Patreon subscriber and you love watching the Instigators, first of all, thank you for watching on YouTube. Give us a like and subscribe. But second of all, become a Patreon subscriber and watch the game live with all of your friends, because watching an Instigators live game is like nothing else. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, Jake, as I say often, and then we're going to head back out to Best Choice Fieldhouse and finish up the second half. Hoosier State Instigators taking on the Chicago Fury, the undefeated, defending #1 ranked team in the country. We'll see you in a minute.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, we're back here with second quarter action as the Fury inbound the ball and take a quick three, and that goes in quickly for number one, Jones, as the Instigators are now down 22, as we see Anthony Williams on the pick and roll getting his first action of the night. We also see Caleb Magruder in the game, along with Lawrence Boyd, who takes it up and dunks it, slams it down, and the Instigators answer back. Score 53-73. Along with the three youngsters, we also have Malcolm Martin and we have Krishan Hopkins all in the game. So that's your five starting here in the second half. Williams defending there. Unfortunately, the basket goes in. Alston, number 34, with the bucket. Get that lead back up to 22. And already, Martin misses the two there, but already 75 points. You get the turnover from Anthony Williams. Already 75 points here just to start the third quarter. Turnover and another turnover for Anthony Williams, and that's a 3D opportunity, but then you get a foul against, looks like a foul against the Fury, and the Instigators will inbound the ball. There should be a quick throw in here, but the referee hasn't given it to the Instigators. Instead, they'll wait for the Fury to set up their defense, I guess. Magruder to the bucket, in and out, and the Fury get the ball back. So a fast start to this half. Good defense there by Williams. Ball off Boyd. Another three opportunity for the Fury doesn't go, and the Instigators get the rebound. You see it here. Hopkins to the basket. No, he kicks it out to Martin. Martin takes it strong, doesn't go in, however, and the Fury get the rebound, and they'll race ahead. Another three-pointer wide open, and that goes in for Jones. And the Instigators are now down 25 to the Fury. Martin gets the bucket there. Does not get the foul he was looking for. And the Instigators, not with the second half start that you would hope they would have if you're an Instigators fan. Although they get the steal there, and Martin with another bucket. Cuts the lead down to 21. DJ Jones hitting buckets to start this half. He hits another one. Instigators got to get a man on him if they want to compete in this game at all. He got to Martin. Martin looks to penetrate. He does. He gets the floater to go. So Martin with 6 straight points for the Instigators, battling almost single-handedly offensively to keep the Instigators in this game. He's going to play up close now on Jones. Floater doesn't go, and Martin gets it to Magruder and brings it out. He'll take it up and miss. And another three-pointer there by the Fury. Missed shot there and a foul call. Magruder will go to the line for 2. Not the start the Instigators needed in the second half. Down 19, now down 24 with almost 3 minutes gone, or a little over. Chuck Bloom comes in for Anthony Williams. We had a tough couple of minutes there. 2 turnovers. Played decently defensively, though, Jake. Gooder shoots the first one. That doesn't fall. Second one falls, though. Instigators cracked 60 points here in the third quarter. You're playing well deep of the 3-point line. Why not? They've hit a couple shots from out there. Hit ball by Magruder. It gets caught anyway. Easy 3-pointer for Jones. I think that's his third already of the quarter. Turnover by the Instigators. Fury will bring the ball up. Jones now gets his another bucket there. That's his 5th bucket. I just looked at my notes. That gives him 14 points here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. As Rashawn gets the bucket there. 14 points in just over 4 minutes is a ridiculous rate. Another offensive rebound, another easy bucket for the Fury. As we hit a media timeout here, Instigators down 28 points, 62-90 here in the third quarter.
Hey, it's Jakey Muffins here in warm and sunny Florida, but there's no place I'd rather be than at Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana for the next Hoosier State Instigators home game. You can go over to www.apexofsports.com, click on the tickets link at the top of the page, and get your game tickets for our next home game. We have 3 and 5 game packages as well to help save yourself some money. I hope to see you at the next home game, and when you're there, be sure, as always, to be great and instigate.
All right, we're back here. Best Choice Fieldhouse. Instigators having a rough start to this second half, down 28. They work the ball around, though, looking to try to get into this. Boyd misses the 3. Steve Rogers with the rebound, and then Chuck Bloom with the cleanup. Nice job by Rogers getting in the game and making an immediate impact on the offensive end. Captain America, one of the youngest players on the team, number 20, looking to assert himself here. Almost gets the block, but that goes in. He's got a lot of potential, so we're hoping to see him get a little bit more growth with some playing time here with some of our bigs out. As you get LB gets fouled by the Fury, he'll go to the line for 2. Cashing in on free throws is something Instigators are going to have to do if they want to reduce this lead. As LB hits the first one. And he misses the second and really misses everything there. As the Fury will bring the ball up. DJ Jones, 14 points already in this quarter. He gets the pass underneath. Awkward shot by the Fury, number 6. But that goes in. That's Princeton Stewart. Great shot by him. And Rashawn gets called for the charge. That'll be a turnover by the Instigators. Inbound here by the Fury. So that's another three.
The Fury had another bucket there and bring it to a 30-point lead. See the Instigators try to get something set up here on offense. Whistle blowing there. Looks like a foul on the Fury as the Instigators will be checking in from the side.
Down 30 here, Jake. Thanks for jumping in there. Down 30 here. Instigators got to do something to crawl back. They need someone to step up, and it looks like Dane Wilburn hits that bucket. Maybe he's the guy.
Yeah, nice shot there.
We see Dane Wilburn with another three, and he hits that one. Two in a row. 6 quick points for the Instigators.
They can definitely use some of that here in the third quarter.
We see the Instigators bring the ball up here. Down 24. Lawrence Boyd with the miss. That one goes in. As the Fury have cracked 100 here in the third quarter. Wilburn with another three, though. They need to feed him the ball until he cools off. Block by Boyd. With the offensive rebound and one for the Fury after the Chuck Bloom foul. Great block, though, by Lawrence Boyd. Number 6 here, Princeton Stewart will take the attempt, and he makes it to turn his 2-point bucket into a 3-point bucket. The Skaters will bring it up. Good pass there. Bloom misses the shot, though. Fury will bring it up. Chuck struggled a little bit from underneath. Not something that we're used to seeing from him as we see Steve Rogers get the rebound. Wilburn looking for a shot here. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. Wilburn definitely calling for the ball here, wants the ball to run through him, and why not?
He's definitely provided a spark here in the third quarter for the Instigators offense.
He misses that one. And no, it looks like a lane violation.
And another offensive rebound there for a second chance opportunity puts them up 26 for the Fury. Pass out to Dame. He puts that up, and a rare miss here in the third for him, but a couple of offensive rebounds for your Instigators. And ball
Tyler
goes
Bibbs
out of
coming in,
bounds.
definitely making an impact already. Glad to see him back with his 4 fouls. Instigators get the rebound, they'll take it up. We get a timeout there. 2 minutes to go. It looks like it will be a full timeout there by the Fury, and we'll return right after this. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. All right, so we're back here at Best Choice Fieldhouse. Your Instigators down 24. Score was as much as down 31 here in this third quarter against the Chicago Fury, who have seemed to turn it on coming out of the break. Skaters have the ball, however, so let's see if they can score a bucket here and try to get back into it. Oh, sorry, Fury inbound. I thought it was Instigators, but that's my fault. Lost the ball there, did the Fury. Rico Spikes with the steal, and he'll bring it up. Lawrence Boyd down low to Tyler Bibbs. Bibbs misses it, and the Fury grab it and are looking to bring it back. Tough bucket there by the Fury, but that falls. Nice job there by the Fury as they get that. Extend their lead to 26. You see Krishan Hopkins get the bucket there. Bibbs with the tip. Hart with the tip. It goes to Krishan. Krishan goes up, and LB dunks it on the alley oop. Maybe that'll give the Instigators some life as they're down 22 now. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Another block by Bibbs, and they call a jump ball. Nice job. Instigators will get possession. No, sorry, because they got the ball apparently in the third quarter. It'll go to the Fury. Lost ball there. Not sure how that wasn't a double dribble, but the Fury will maintain the ball. Reverse layup doesn't go. Instigators get the rebound. Spikes throws it off the defender and keeps the ball at the Instigators. 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ball goes off Bibbs there. Fury with the breakaway. Get the bucket there. And they're up to 110 points here in the third quarter. Off the Instigators. Looks like LB knocked it out of bounds, and the Fury have the ball. 10 seconds to go. Foul there on JoJo Hart. We'll get an inbound here by the Fury. Instigators had a foul to give there with under 2 minutes to go. Fury looked to inbound the ball. 8 seconds left. Good defense by the Instigators to deny that bucket. They rebound it, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. So after 3, your Instigators, 86 points. The Chicago Fury, number 1 team ranked in the nation, 110. We'll be back with the fourth quarter action right after this.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
All right, we're back here in the fourth quarter. What do the Instigators need to do, Jake, to get back into this game here in the fourth quarter?
You gotta, you gotta do a lot here in the fourth. If we can get hot like we were in the third there with Dame, I think that's definitely what we need on offense. If we can have a couple of guys get like that, and then obviously close down on defense on the other end. But it looks like a charge there to start things off. Not the best start there for the fourth.
Definitely not. But I think you're right. The Instigators need someone to step up. They got to play some defense. Somehow, they scored, I think, 35 points. I counted in that quarter, and still lost ground because they gave up 40 points. So 40 points a quarter is not going to cut it flat out. So they need to do better on defense for sure. Offensively, they did a lot of good things. We get a turnover there by the Fury, and the Instigators will bring the ball in. Ball goes up. Doesn't go, and the Fury get the rebound, and they'll bring it back up. Up 24. That ball goes out of bounds, however. You get a 3D turnover by Malcolm Martin. You get a double dribble call. The Instigators will get the ball back. They've lucked out on, I think it's 3-3Ds that have led to turnovers for the Fury. If you're a Fury fan, there's not much you can criticize about this game, but that would be one thing you'd like to see your team improve upon, I'm sure, is Malcolm Martin hits the midi. Fury get the layup there. Almost a turnover there off Rico, but he manages, Spikes does, to get the ball under control and get it out to JoJo Hart, as Hart looks to go to work. He misses, but Bibbs with the putback doesn't go. The Fury with the ball. Passed out underneath to number 13. He puts the shot up. That's no good. Rebound by Rico Spikes. We get a timeout here. So we'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
We're back here. Instigators down 24 still here in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes to go. If the Instigators want to get back in this game, they're going to have to go on a run, basically starting now. Wouldn't you say, Jake?
Absolutely. And we saw some urgency there from the instigators here early in the fourth, trying to push the ball maybe a little too fast down court. So hopefully, they at least make sure we take our time getting the ball down court and limit those 3D opportunities for the Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. Instigators will inbound the ball here off the timeout. Tay Nelson trapped there in the corner. He gets it out, though, however, to JoJo Hart. JoJo over to Spikes. Spikes down to Bibbs. Bibbs gets the foul call, and he'll go up for two, although he's hurt. Let's hope he's okay. He seems to be as his teammates help him up. So Bibbs will go to the line. He's 3 of 4 tonight. He misses that shot. And Skater's still down 24. And he misses both free throws there as the Fury get the rebound. And they'll bring it out. They take the three-point shot. It goes in. Sorry about the camera there angle there as Malcolm Martin brings the ball up. Rico gets the pump fake. He goes underneath to Bibbs. Rico and Bibbs forming a little bit of a partnership here. That's 2 in a row they get to each other. And a blocking foul by Martin. Martin, who's drawn 2 charges already. You don't blame him for trying to get a third there. Unfortunately, they don't give it to him. And instead, the Fury will get 2 free throws. So number 11, Jordan Booker, will go to the line, 4-2. Sorry for 3. Apparently the shot went in and I missed it. So that finishes the and 1 for 3 points. Blocked there was Vontae Nelson, but the player stepped out of bounds, so the Instigators will get the ball back. This should be a 3D opportunity, unless they really didn't have possession of the ball, which apparently they do because it's not a 3D. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Malcolm Martin looking. So in here, Rico Spikes takes the ball. He's been the engineer of most of the offense for the last couple of minutes. He kicks it out to Martin. Martin looks to drive. Instead, he loses the ball. Fury go up. Missed the shot, however. Nice job by Malcolm to get back on defense. His heart looks to move the ball around. He gets it to Nelson. Nelson looks down low. He takes the three, does Tay, and that goes in. And that ball is tipped out of bounds by Bibbs. Fury bring the ball up here. They go to work here on Bibbs. Bibbs, good defense, though. Shot goes in on the turnaround. And the Fury extend their lead to 27. Monte Nelson with the shot. That doesn't go. He gets fouled there, and he'll go to the line for two. That was called on Taylor Watkins. That's his fourth foul of the game. So they say that Tay wasn't going up for the shot, so instead they'll inbound the ball. Spikes takes it to the hoop, and he gets it. Nice job using his body to get the bucket. And the Fury with the turnover, double dribble, and it goes back to the Instigators. Down 25. They shoot a three there, and they miss it. Rico Spikes, however, with the rebound. Rico's really standing out here in this fourth quarter, Jake. He gets the ball there, but they say no, somebody stepped out of bounds. It's like the ball will stay with the Instigators. We see Bibbs there with the bucket. He hits that, brings Instigators up to 97. So it looks like neither team's going to be under 100 points this game, Jake. Quite a different game than the one against the Legends last week, in which neither team scored over 90 points. Instigators bring it up here, down 23. Ball down to Tyler Bibbs. He loses it. The Fury try to save it. Malcolm Martin grabs it. He puts it in, and that's an and one opportunity. Time for Malcolm Martin to have the opportunity to put this back to a 20-point game. Again, the Instigators are down as much as 31 points, so any little dent that they can make helps as they look to wind this score down. The Fury get the ball here on the foul. Oh, it sounds like Bibbs there. You get a timeout by the Fury. This will be a media timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well.
Hey, it's Jakey Muffins here in warm and sunny Florida, but there's no place I'd rather be than at Best Choice Fieldhouse in Fishers, Indiana for the next Hoosier State Instigators home game. You can go over to www.apexofsports.com, click on the tickets link at the top of the page, and get your game tickets for our next home game. We have 3 and 5 game packages as well to help save yourself some money. I hope to see you at the next home game, and when you're there, be sure, as always, to be great and instigate.
All right, both teams coming out to take the court here. Instigators down 21, cut into that deficit just a little bit. Malcolm Martin will get the opportunity to make this potentially a 20-point game if he can hit this free throw in the and one opportunities. We get a look at the backcourt here. Nice defense by the Instigators so far. Apologies, Malcolm Martin missed the free throw. And so the Instigators are only up 21. Number 34, Alston back in, but Bibbs gets another block, but he's called for the foul. Has to be a foul on Rico Spikes because there's no way that was a foul on Bibbs. And it is. The foul's on Rico Spikes before the block. So unfortunately, that block doesn't count. But again, Bibbs making his presence known, Jake, down low. As Alston hits that one. He misses the second, though, and Bibbs gets the rebound. He kicks it out to Martin. Martin looks to push it up the court a little bit. Now he'll wait for reinforcements and go to Nelson. Nelson down to Bibbs, who's wide open. He gets the layup. The Instigators cut it to a 20-point deficit here with about 7 minutes to go. So really, for the Instigators to have a chance, you want to see them cut it down to about a 10-point deficit with 3 minutes to go. You see great defense by the Instigators. They get the rebound, and Martin's looking to push now. He's got guards with him. JoJo fakes it, and he goes up and makes the shot for two. The Instigators cut it to an 18-point lead. Back down and blocked there by Bibbs. His fourth block, and he gets called. I'm sorry, Martin gets called for the foul there. But Bibbs gets the block. As defense underneath for the Instigators is hanging tough. So number 34, Alston with the free throw attempt here. He puts that one in, extending his team's lead. As he puts his team back up 20 here with 6 minutes to go, just over. Martin, no one covering him. He shoots the three, he misses. Bibbs, who's been a monster this quarter, puts that one in. Skaters back down 18. In the ABA, 18 points isn't a for sure thing. So the Instigators get called for the foul there, trying to stay in this game, but foul call after foul call is really hurting them here. They're going to have to cut down on fouls if they want to take the lead or even fight back to make this one respectable.
Yeah, definitely. As that's their fifth foul, and we're halfway through here in the fourth.
Number 5 here about to take a shot. Tivith. He puts that one in. Skaters are now down 19. Krishan over to Lawrence Boyd. Boyd goes up with it. That doesn't go. That does go, however, for the Fury. Fury doing just enough to maintain this lead here. As Wilburn puts that one in. As the Instigators get the 3D here. And Martin puts it in. That's 3 points for the Instigators. The Instigators bring it down to a 16-point game here. That backdoor cut's been there for the Fury quite a bit. That one doesn't fall, however, as Martin gets it out to Wilburn, who puts a nice move on. He's hurt, however. I think he fell on his ankle. You can see the ball get tipped there. That goes in. Instigators down a man. As the Instigators take a timeout to check on Wilburn. We'll also take a timeout. So good news is after the injury timeout, Wilburn is going to remain in the game. Scary moment there. Clearly, he just landed on what looked like a wet spot on the floor, and his feet came out from under him. Luckily, no damage done. The Instigators did give up a basket, however, in all the chaos, and so they will have possession, and they'll be bringing the ball inbounds once the game starts back up. And there it is. Wilburn almost loses it there, but gains it back. Looks to take it in. Nice pass there after nearly losing the ball, and Bibbs puts it in. You can definitely see the potential of Bibbs on the team. In only his first game, the Instigators cut it down to now a 14-point lead. So Instigators showing some signs of life. Again, down 31 early in the third quarter. Now only down 14. Jones goes up for the shot, and he puts it in. The Instigators need to get some stops if they want to keep crawling into this game. We get the foul called there on number 4 for the Fury, Linnell Watson. The Instigators will take it out of bounds. Inbound there. Wilburn for 3. He's been hot tonight, but that one doesn't fall. The Fury looked to slow things down with 3 minutes to go. Again, across half court. Only 7 seconds to get the ball across half court in the ABA. Smart by Booker there to make sure that he got the ball over before a turnover. DJ Jones with the 3, however. That doesn't go. Bibbs with the rebound. He kicks it out to Martin, who's going to bring the ball up. Bibbs got hit in the no-no zone. That's a foul on Jones. So the Instigators will inbound the ball. Nearly a turnover by Bibbs, but he gets it back. He kicks it out to Martin. Martin looks to penetrate, and that ball gets blocked. Nice block by Alston there, and the Instigators will inbound the ball. As they look to be drying the court again. Instigators will bring the ball in here. Goes out to Martin instead. That's a turnover off his hands. And you see the pressure now by the Instigators. Really the first time they've asserted any kind of backcourt pressure. And they get the turnover there. Bibbs with the steal. Gets it out to LB, who loses the ball. And the Fury again looking to slow down with 2 minutes to go. Foul called on the Instigators, and Alston will go to the line for 2 more free throws. We get double technical fouls now on Malcolm Martin and DJ Jones. The two are having some sort of conversation. Apparently, the referee didn't like it, so that's double technical fouls. No free throws in that situation, and the game will resume here as we get Alston to miss the first free throw. Bloom comes in for Bibbs. Free throw there is good. Instigators back down 17 with 2 minutes to go. They're going to have to go here, Jake. Ball is out on Lawrence Boyd, and the Fury will get the ball after the turnover. Up 17. And a charge call. Malcolm Martin draws the 3rd charge of the game. Malcolm making an art of taking a tackle. Am I right?
Absolutely. It's difficult to get those calls too.
Absolutely, as we see the Instigators now bringing the ball up. Minute 57 to go. Instigators looking to inbound here as we have a brief pause in the action. Still waiting on the inbound here. Not sure what the holdup is. Here we go. Instigators down 17 with a minute 52 to go. I'll be underneath to Bloom. Rashawn Hopkins with the shot. That doesn't go, and the Fury get the rebound. That goes out of bounds off the Fury and goes to the Instigators who get the quick throw in here. Martin misses the shot there. This one looks to be over, Jake. With a minute 22 to go, down 17. Instigators tried to make a game of it here, and it just didn't quite pay off. Looks like a foul is called on the Instigators here, and a backcourt at the same time. They're going to go with the foul call, which will put the Instigators in the bonus, I believe. It does. So the Fury will get 2 shots here. Number 11 will take them, Jordan Booker, since he was fouled. First one doesn't go. Confusing call there, Jake. It was called a backcourt and a foul simultaneously. Ultimately, the backcourt stood. Gotta believe, that would have given the Instigators a little bit of hope with a backcourt, but instead the foul gets an extra point here for the Fury. Chuck Bloom takes it up and makes the bucket that time, cutting the deficit to 16. Fury take the ball up, and that goes in. So now we're seeing the classic ABA sprint at the end of a game that we've seen in, I think, every game. As Chuck Bloom gets the bucket there. Missed three-pointer. Offensive rebound by the Fury, though. They call a foul there. Fury will go to the line for two. So they missed that shot here. Still a 16-point game. Skaters look to wind down the clock and get a couple buckets here. I get one there. That's 2 points. Steal there. That'll be a 3D opportunity. And now it's a 12-point game. Tip ball goes out of bounds. 6 seconds left. Malcolm Martin with the foul there. And that will foul him out of the game as the Fury take these final 2 free throws and look to remain undefeated at 9-0. Still the number 1 ranked team in the nation after this game, undoubtedly. Instigators, on the other hand, will fall to 4-4 with a tough matchup against the Columbus Wizards coming up. They hit one of the 2 here. Instigators will run out the clock. Three-pointer falls. Instigators lose 126 to 136 in the end. Only a 10-point loss by the Instigators. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get back and dissect all the Instigators action.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
All right, Jake, we're back in the studio apartment. Instigators drop what ended up being a closer game than on the scoreboard than I think the actual game ended up being, in my opinion. Only losing by 10, 126 to 36. What'd you see in that second half? What was good? What was bad?
We had spurts, offensively, we were able to score the ball. A couple of guys, I think Malcolm, he had a spurt there where he carried the offense. Rico had some nice offensive lead, dishing the ball out. And Dame also got hot as well. Defensively, though, we still need to improve on that. We had a good game the week prior, but this past one against the Fury, still something to improve upon, and I really think rebounding is what it was key in this game. It led to too many second chance opportunities for the Fury. That's ultimately what set them apart.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw definitely the difference that Tyler Bibbs made when he was in the game. The offensive rebounds cut down. Our offensive rebounds went up. We were able to score more buckets underneath, and he looked like he had a good fourth quarter as well. I agree with you. We scored 76 points in the second half. but the reality is when you score 126 points, you shouldn't lose a game. Instead, we lost by 10. Played a little bit better defensively if you just go by the number of points scored in the second half than we did in the first half. But to lose 126 to 136, nothing to hang your head about. It was a good game by the Instigators, just a better game by the Fury. And now we turn our attention to the Columbus Wizards. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from the second half of this game. All right, let me pick it up here in the third quarter. Malcolm Martin was nice dive and roll in. Malcolm played really well in the second half. He played really well. The other player that played really well, I'm sure we'll see in the highlight reel, as you get the block by Lawrence Ford, it was Dame Wilburn, who actually finished with 32 points in this game, which, is great. There goes Tyler in the fourth quarter, as you said. Didn't play really well in the second half as well. Here's another one to him that Malcolm ends up getting after all of the scramble, and he gets it in the bucket. Again, just another top layup by Malcolm Martin, even doing an end-one opportunity. Easy look there for Nelson down the Bibbs. Martin brings this one up. This pass and shoots the three. It doesn't go, but guess who cleans it up? Tyler Bibbs with the rebound. Tyler's those opportunities that we needed from a big this game, and he did a good job of that. So hopefully our younger bigs, Anthony and Steve Rogers, who are going to have to play bigger going forward, see that, watch that film, and learn from it, because boy, did he put on a clinic, particularly in that first and fourth quarter, in my opinion, in that game. What are the keys to the game next week as we travel to Columbus to play the Wizards?
I think we've got that matchup from earlier in the season against the Wizards. In that game, I think the thing we gotta do is kind of be steady throughout the game. We kind of let the Wizards control the second half in that game, and if we're able to have the same tempo throughout the whole game, I think that's going to be a key factor in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. That was a game that we were at one point up 20 points, and then ended up losing by 12, I believe, as the Fury extended. It was kind of like this game a little bit, but the opposite, in that we didn't lose as badly as the score made it look when we lost by 12. I thought that game was nip tuck the entire way, but the Wizards were able to run up the score a little bit there at the end with some fast break shots, kind of like we did this week, in my opinion, against the Fury. So we'll be back next week. That game starts at 7 o'clock Eastern for those of you watching the stream. For those of you not watching the stream, Jake and I will get around to recording it probably Sunday night and getting it out Monday. So we will see you all then. Until next time, though, remember, be great, instigate.